Newscast with a Roro passenger vessel getting razed by fire off an anchorage area in Batangas on Friday afternoon. The Starlight shipping-owned vessel, identified as MV Asia Philippines, carried some 82 individuals. Out of this, 73 people have been rescued, while 8 others are missing as of 8:51 last night. So far, the Philippine Coast Guard reports one woman had been rushed to the hospital for medical attention. Meanwhile, in a statement posted on social media, Starlight Shipping maintained that all crew members and passengers accounted for are safe and that assistance will be provided to those affected. In other news, the Philippine Statistics Authority reports that their timeline for the release of national ID cards is right on target. According to Palace Press Secretary Trixie Cruz Angeles, the agency is looking to distribute over 30 million ID cards by the end of the year, while almost 20 million digital cards are yet to be printed. She added that the PSA has already transferred some 17 million national ID cards to the Philippine Postal Corporation for delivery. Authorities warn of possible charges against fake news peddlers publishing unverified abduction reports for engagement on social media. The details in this report by Brian Castillo.
In recent weeks, reports of alleged kidnapping incidents have been going viral on Facebook. This page, called iGlobal News, usually posts such incidents. The page has over 1,000 likes and more than 2,600 followers. One of their posts claimed that a white van is supposedly roaming different areas to abduct people. Such posts are accompanied by photos or screenshots of supposed kidnapping incidents. The caption is usually followed by a link that supposedly leads the audience to the full video of the incident. But when you click on the link, it only leads to an online shopping application. Other Facebook pages presenting themselves as alternative sources of information are doing the same tactic. Even this report of TV5's morning newscast, Frontline sa Umaga, was reposted by iGlobal News, accompanied by the misleading link. News 5 is not connected to any of these Facebook pages. These are just some of the examples of clickbait posts that use catchy and intriguing titles or captions to attract users' attention. This is often done by some to gain more likes, shares, and followers. An IT security analyst warns netizens to be careful when dealing with clickbaits, for they can be used as tools for various schemes, such as phishing, where personal information could be harvested online.
Pwede nilang nagagamit nila sa pang-hack sa'yo. Meron namang mga punto kung saan na pag na-click mo yung link na yun ay nakukuha nilang computer cache mo. Kung saan nandun yung mga information mo gaya ng bank details.
Meanwhile, a social media and digital rights advocate calls on people to avoid clicking unfamiliar links. He says emotions fueled by various news and information online should also be kept in check.
They're taking advantage of yung takot na yon para magkaroon ng mga phishing or disinformation attempt.
Meanwhile, the Philippine National Police says there are still no verified incidents of white van abductions. The Police Anti-Cybercrime Division is now looking at the possibility of filing cases against fearmongers to hold them accountable for their actions.
Most of the videos posted or circulating online are videos that are previously validated already, and then yung iba is resolved na siya ng PNP. So kumbaga nire-recycle nila tong mga videos na to.
News 5 is still awaiting responses of online shopping sites on their links being used on clickbait posts. For News 5, Brian Castillo. We are One News.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. If you're still watching One News Now, I'm Riza Diaz. Heads up motorists, fuel prices are expected to increase again next week. Energy Department Oil Industry Management Bureau Assistant Director Rodela Romero said this hike is due to an increase in demands as some countries approach the winter and harvest seasons. Diesel and kerosene prices will likely increase by 5 pesos per liter, while gasoline prices may hike up by over 1 peso per liter.
Petroleum products or even the LPG, heating fuel. So doon sa bansang malalamig, ginagamit siya para pang-init po. Tapos may mga bansa din po na harvest season sila. So ganun din po, ginagamit ang petroleum products. So dahilan po dito para tumaas ang demand o pangangailangan sa petroleum products, kaya nagkaroon ng mahalan na po na pagbili. At saka nandun pa rin po yung sitwasyon na may tightness na supply.
Aside from onion and sugar, the country is now also facing a shortage in local supply of salt as domestic production deteriorates. Shaila tells us more in this report.
Carmelita is now selling salt at 5 and 10 pesos per pack at her stall in Noveleta, Cavite. This comes as prices of salt in the market have increased by up to 10 pesos per kilo since July. Sourcing supply is also a problem.
Problema mo ngayon, wala talagang asin. Binakaya na lang, ganyan, at saka sa Pangasinan.
One News went around Cavite, which used to be a major salt producer in the country. Some salt farms were sold and turned into highways and subdivisions. And during rainy season, salt farms are of no use, so these are being converted into fishing areas. This warehouse now has a supply of salt equivalent to 30 sacks, far from the 500 sacks back in May.
Noong araw, November pa lang may asin na kami. Ngayon, Marso, Abril, bago pa lang mag-asin. Ang laki ng depresya.
Salt farmers in Cavite hope that the industry will be revived.
Hindi, sa akin, gusto lang makilala. Kaso nga, tatatlo na lang to. Baka, yun na, mabalita-balita na lang. Balita-balita na lang. Hindi katulad noong araw. Pag lumarami pa to.
Agriculture officials admitted that there is a shortage in local supply of salt.
Madali yung processing ang mahirap yung production. Kulang tayo sa production kasi dahil makikita yung area na
They said the local salt industry is now being prioritized to lessen dependence on imports. Shaila Francisco, we are One News.
The Social Welfare Department says they will not accept walk-ins during the distribution of educational assistance starting today. To organize the dole-out, the DSWD has designated 3 payout centers in Metro Manila, including Taguig, Katipunan in Quezon City, and in Manila. The DSWD said only those who will receive a text confirmation should proceed to payout centers based on their schedule. The department added that those who registered online do not automatically become beneficiaries because they still have to go through screening. Meanwhile, Vice President and Education Secretary Sara Duterte defended teachers after DSWD Secretary Erwin Tulfo expressed concern that teachers may favor certain individuals. That's if they will be involved in the distribution of the agency's educational cash aid. In a statement, Duterte said public school teachers have always been models of professionalism and that their dedication and commitment to public service go beyond self-interest. She added that their sacrifice cannot be matched because they bear the responsibility of guiding the youth to achieve their dreams. Britain's Prince Harry remembered his mother, the late Princess Diana, while speaking at an event in Colorado. Harry said he wishes his children could have met Diana as her 25th death anniversary approaches. He added that he hopes the day will be filled with memories and love as he recalls his mother's legacy of charity work around the world.
Next week is the 25th anniversary of my mother's death, and she most certainly will never be forgotten. I want it to be a day to share the spirit of my mum with my family, with my children who I wish could have met her.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 9 in the morning as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.